Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit for the Reds. Third on the National League leaderboard for batting average. On the ground, right side. And that one finds its way through. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. And here is Jonathan Arauz, a switch hitter batting right. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. First and second, no outs. Eduardo Escobar, El Caballo up to hit. Good power, not great in the OBP department. And a base hit. Alonso is waved home. He will score, and it's a 1-run game. Safe!
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride low, out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And they're all loaded up.
So here we go again with the walks. It's been a real struggle finding the zone for him in the past. Now, even if they get out of this jam, these walks add pressure and stress to the entire team.
This one smoked out to left. Friedel pulls it down, and there's one down.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at bat.
Aaron Hicks at the plate. High fly ball, right field. Myers settles underneath it, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 down.
I understand the base is loaded. Start licking your chops thinking you can hit a 4-bagger, but really have to be disciplined and not let the pitcher off the hook.
Base hit. The throw's offline. He's safe. We are tied at 2. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play. It's 3. So 2 away with nobody on. Jonathan Arauz now at the plate. Out to short. Newman to first in time. That's out number 3. Nothing. And the batter now is Joey Votto. 1 for 2. Ground ball left side, could be 2. 1 at second, and it's a double play. 1 down, and the batter will be the shortstop, Jonathan Arauz. There's a strike. Arauz measures 6 feet even, 195 pounds. He's actually a former Rule 5 draft pick. And that one is lifted in the air. Myers moving under this one. And it's caught for the out. The batter now, Kevin Newman. And here it comes. And that one handled. Over to McNeil. Double play. What a twin killing, Dan. 1 out, base is empty. Jonathan Arauz digs in now. And a base hit right there. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Eduardo Escobar will hit next. And a ball and 2 strikes. Right through there, got him. Down on strikes, and he knew it. Here's Tommy Pham. And a pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So the New York Mets promoted him hoping he'd make an impact, and he delivered. An impressive multi-hit game for him.
Yeah, multiple hits your first time after getting called up. Not easy to do. And I remember my first game, it wasn't great, but the next time out, got a couple of knocks and was able just to get going and feel like a big leaguer. But that's one heck of an impression he's left today.
Hey, one more word, I'ma call Jug Knight. It's my man's boy here.
Back here at the ballpark, we're in the 8th with 1 man out. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton here in the booth. The Mets putting together a terrific season so far, about a third of the way in. And Singy, they had high expectations coming into the year, and so far they look the part completely.
For sure, Boog. I mean, these guys are winning at a very high rate, competitive in every single game. It's been impressive.
Swung on and fouled off, and he'll need a new bat.
Plenty of season still to go, of course, but they look like a team that's built for October.
And a 1-1. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Here comes the throw, and he's out. Not in time, it's a double. It's Aaron Hicks now. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Fly ball down the line. Thomas under it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Bottom of the 8th. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jeimer Candelario. McNeil collects it. And a quick out number 1. And now up for Washington, Riley Adams. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. And there's 2 away. Thomas stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there. On the mound now, Hunter Harvey.
Now, these are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Out front and foul to the left side. The 0-1. And a big swing and a miss.
Real ugly 0-1 swing right there. As a pitcher, got to be hunting for that strikeout. Keep him off balance. Send him back to the dugout.
On the ground, out to short. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Good contact guy, good defender. Liner caught at second. And now here's Jeff McNeil, known for his late inning heroics. Harvey throws over, back standing. He's in there safely. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
One-run game here in the top of the 9th. That one the other way. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. 1 for 3. First pitch, not close. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Nationals strand the tying run on base to win it. So they suffered the loss here, but that has been a rare occurrence this year.
Yeah, no need to get bent out of shape over this one, Boog. I mean, these guys have been super strong all season. It might slow their momentum a bit, but this team is still looking great.
Bottom of the 1st. And here's the veteran outfielder, Brandon Nimmo. And the pitch. That one missed. In there at the knees. That's strike one. Righty to the plate. And a foul ball. Line drive and foul ball. Liner, base hit.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
The pitch. Got it by him for the K.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball. Here's Marcano. Here's a 1-1. To the right side. He steps on the bag. Inning over. And welcome back. New inning getting started. And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Now fly ball to right center. Nimmo running hard to get it. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Around second now, going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. And Cleveland on top 1-0. Scherzer deals. Hammered, base hit. Here's Brandon Nimmo. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. Fought off foul. Nimmo, 30 years old now, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of Wyoming. Bounce to the right side, and it goes just foul. Right side. Makes the catch, inning over. Mets go to. So the batting order turns over. Andres Jimenez getting ready to hit. A guy who makes an impact not just at the plate, but also in the field. Swung on, belted. That one is back. And it's caught just in front of the wall. Guardians back to the top of the lineup. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Nimmo. 1 for 2. First offering misses the mark. Narvaez aboard here at first with nobody out. Kicks and deals. Hard hit to right center. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. The relay throw. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all. Now a great opportunity to at least tie up this game with something like a sac fly or an error in the infield. But another hit to the outfield could absolutely end it.
Naylor takes it himself, and that is a big first out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Next one misses, and it's 2-1.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Next pitch misses, and now 3-1. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
He knew he had a little wiggle room with the open base, but now that disappears. Mistake to this next batter, and this inning might really break open.
And he deals. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Got to give him a huge amount of credit on the mound right there. He got squeezed a little bit on the pitch right before that one. You know it should have been a strike. Everyone in the building knew that it should have been a strike, but he didn't let it get to him and throw him off his game. Came back with...
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the third out. Ahmed Rosario digs in for the Guardians. Scherzer ahead 1-2. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Makes a nice running catch. Brandon Nimmo the next to hit for the fourth time tonight. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Here's the throw. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 2-1. Here's Starling Marte. 3-2 now. The other way. Puts the squeeze on that one. And that'll end the... Singy, you talk about a highlight reel in one game. Brandon Nimmo just put on a show at the plate in this one.
Yeah, you can say that again, Boog. I mean, this is exactly what they were looking for out of this guy. And if this is a sign of things to come, it's going to be a real boost for this ball club. And I guarantee his teammates in that clubhouse absolutely fired up right now because of his performance in this one.
Welcome if you just joined us, John Shambi and Chris Singleton, as we've got two away in the ninth. Hosmer swings through it for strike one. The next pitch misses, and that is ball one. And there's a ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Next offering finds the zone, and the count is full. Got him, and that's the ball game. And now the shortstop, Jeter Downs. On the ground to first, into the outfield, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. So up next, Derek Hill. And it's fouled away. And the pitch. Swings through that one. Downs gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Got him swinging.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
And now here is number 10. There's a strike.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
To first, maybe a 2-ball. The throw to second is offline. So bases loaded with one away. Blake Rutherford now at the plate. In there, and it's 0-1. Swings and misses, struck him out. Gassed it right by him. Now it's the second baseman, Travis Blankenhorn. In there for strike one. Bounce to third, and it gets by him. Stewart fires it to the plate. It's offline, and he scores. And they lead by 2. Down the third baseman, Brady House. That one's in there, 0-1. Late swing, fouled off. Got him looking. Good job at damage control right there. Welcome back. Bottom of the second. Here's the left fielder, Stone Garrett. Rolled over to third. Sends it across to first, and quickly one away in the second. Israel Pineda in the box now. No balls and a strike. Bounce to the right. Ritter collects. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down. Jeter Downs to the plate here. Out towards left center. Stewart on the move. And makes the grab. And that will end the inning. Back here at the ballpark. And now the center fielder, Derek Hill. And there's the strike. Hill getting the start in center. Batting second in today's lineup. A former first-round pick back in 2014. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Tell you what, those are the types of guys pitchers really like to punch out when they're on the mound, because if they get on, just the distraction that they create with all that speed over on the base pass, it could take away your focus from the next hitter, and that's the last thing you want to do is serve up a pitch that a guy hits over the fence, and it's a multi-run home run.
Number 10 in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
No ball, 2 strike.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Next pitch is popped up. Number 12 gets under it, but it's the pitcher that makes the play. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now the right fielder, Blake Rutherford. There's a strike. And that chance handled. In plenty of time to first, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Blankenhorn batting with 1 down takes a strike. Next offering is in for a strike. That's down and in. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Brady House. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Next pitch is popped up. Mendick makes the catch, and that'll do it. And welcome back. Bottom of the inning. And now Stone Garrett. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. And that one handled. Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down. Now here is Israel Pineda. And the first offering is not close. Swings through that.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. That one drilled left field. This one's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. Stewart throws to second, and he'll reach second with 1 away.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
1 out and a runner at second. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That's the second out. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Derek Hill. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Pineda on at second with 2 down. And fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight. Welcome back. Here's Chavis now. On the ground, right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Number 10 in the box again. Takes a strike. The next offering misses. And that's ball 1.
Well, on the mound, very efficient. Able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
And now it's even up. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Next offering is down low.
2 strike.
Up the middle, and it gets by him.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Rutherford up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Ground ball to the right side, and it's through for a hit. They get it in quickly, so 1st and 2nd now, 1 out. Blankenhorn climbs in on that left side. Next pitch downstairs, 1-0. And that's in for a strike. And now 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Next one misses. And now 3-1. Runners at 1st and 2nd with 1 gone. The 3-1 in for a strike. Full count. Swings through it for the K. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. House in the box now. No balls and a strike. Fouled off. He was late. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Chase the fastball up the ladder. Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the 7th, and stepping in is the speedy Stone Garrett. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these guys, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Next offering down in the dirt. Caught him looking for the K.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
The pitch.
Hey!
Taps softly to the right side. He takes it on his own. 2 up, 2 down.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Downs. The next to hit takes ball 1. And it's 1-1.
1 strike.
That one the other way. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Back Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the... And your final score here today, 2-1. Singy, they came down to look at him, hoping he'd be a force on the mound, and he really delivered today. Double-digit whiffs, just an outstanding start.
He was great, missing bats left and right, just plain and simple, such an important factor and separator for pitches when you can get the swing and miss. And if he can show he can rack up the Ks, that's got to be very enticing for the front office in that possible call-up.
Got him moving silly. Wonder why nobody ever make it out the city. Heard he got in a heart full of envy. Nowadays, hate to see it when you win it. Yeah, so everybody ain't clapping. They only tune in just to see what can happen. And when it do happen, they gon' work.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. The wind of the pitch. 0-1. Ronald Acuna Jr., a guy who burst on the scene in 2018. He was only 20 years old, and he is one of the great talents in baseball right now. 0-2 now. Swings and misses. Now one away.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
This to center field. Nimmo has it sized up. Makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Here's Austin Riley. The outfield playing him to pull with the center fielder positioned in that left center field gap. Foul ball there. He's a good high school football player, Austin Riley. But you look at the build, you think quarterback, think maybe even linebacker. No, he's a punter. Here's the 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Back here in Atlanta, bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Sean Murphy. The 1-0. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Umpiring behind the plate for us today, Boog, is Mike Fillmore, and he is a good one. He'll reward pitches on the edges a little bit, but the main thing is he doesn't keep you guessing. Once he established that a pitch is a strike, it's...
Got him swinging. Slider got him for strike 3. And the batter now, Michael Harris. Slow roller to third. Toss to Alonso. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Oh, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Ozzie Albies stands in now and watches strike 1. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets back at Truist Park. And now it's going to be Marcell Ozuna. And the slider catches the zone. Ozuna starting as the designated hitter, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
He needs to throw that breaking ball with just a little more conviction to get the swing and miss.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 down.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
2 down. 2 outs. Base is empty. Vaughn Grissom next up for the Braves. In there, and it's 0-1. Ridings, a 6'8" righty, 27 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2016. Foul ball, still 0-2.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Some high. And welcome back. Here's Acuna now. First pitch just misses. See, here's a nugget on Ronald Acuna Jr. He's the youngest Braves player to win a Silver Slugger. He won it at age 21. You think about all the talent in the Braves organization. Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones, Freddie Freeman. Very impressive. Here's Matt Olson. And that's in there for strike one.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Next offering misses, and a count 2-1. And another ball. Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy at first. He's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And there's ball 4.
Well, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. You see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing, and for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
Pitch misses inside, 1-1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Alonso makes the play, and there's one away.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least 1 run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there, and I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him.
Next offering is in for a strike. Fights it off. You'll see another.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
The next offering misses. Ball 1. Ground ball to first. Could be 2. Lindor. That's 1. Over to first. Safe. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. On the ground right side. They get the force. Gets him easily. Ends the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Marcell Ozuna. That's in there. Strike 1. The punch out there, and there's 1 down.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Rosario stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second, digging it out of the corner and into second with 1 away. That's a double.
He's been swinging it really well lately. Just a simple ground ball the other way. Had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And the batter now, Vaughn Grissom. And there's a hit. They won't risk the send. Runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Back-to-back base hits. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Pitch gets away. One and 2 now on Acuna. Got it by him for the K.
Man, it's so tough to adjust and catch up to a good fastball inside when all you're getting throughout an entire at-bat are pitches away. You're telling yourself, just let the ball travel so you can protect that outside corner of the plate. Then you get completely tied up. That right there was a great pitch for the punch-out.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Got him looking. Huge strikeout there. Back here at the ballpark at the plate, Austin Riley. That's a strike. One of the things you look at with Austin Riley, he was drafted in the 1st round of 2015. The Braves were one of the only teams looking at him as a position player. Most every other team wanted him as a pitcher, but Austin Riley hated pitching. He caught it behind his back. It's there, and that's a great play. So here's Murphy now. That one's in there, 0-1. Murphy
0-1.
goes 6 feet 3 inches, 230 pounds, and he took home a Gold Glove in 2021. And the righty deals. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The wind to kick the pitch. Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, no swing. Right-hander kicks, deals. Battling here as he fouls it away. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes for the second time today.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
That one pushed to the left and foul. The pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And now 1-2. Next pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. So he's got back here in Atlanta, set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. That one fouled off. Kicks and fires. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Next pitch is downstairs. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
0-2 now. Goes down looking.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Left-hand hitter waits. Went too far that time. It's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the slider just misses. And that one hit 97 on the gun. Braves are set. Righty reliever out of the pen, John Curtis. Singy, they called him up with the hopes he'd be a force on the mound, and he delivered today. Double-digit punch-outs and just a great game overall.
No doubt about it, Boog, and he seems to be the kind of young pitcher who can completely change the story of a season. And I know that sounds like we're putting a lot of pressure on him, but he showed terrific stuff out there on the mound in this one, and maybe a sign of good things to come down the road as well.
I get hot like a skillet, thinking about money in the billing, on the phone with the lender in a bitch. If the bank had a cap, I would fill it. Like really, trying to be fearless. Get a bigger high view so vivid. A couple cars and raw chrome wheeling.
Back here in Queens, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. Welcome in. We're in the 6th inning, already 2 men out. On a line out towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it. Top of inning number 7. DJ LeMahieu to start things off.
DJ LeMahieu.
The wind and the pitch. Good eye right there. Line to left. And that gets down for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. The throw in. Save!
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now There are several ways that they can get this run across. You know, these Yankees really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone.
That's the first out at the top of the 7th. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike. Runner leads away at second.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
The next pitch misses, and the count's full. And that's ball 4.
A great back and forth in that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow
taking over on the mound for the Mets, Drew Smith.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
And the pitch is in for a strike. 0-2 now.
Looking for some insurance, or as our friends down in the South would say,
insurance.
No matter how you say it, we know what you mean.
Righty delivers. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Had him way out front of the slurve.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
Swing and a ball popped up. And that one gets down, fair ball. Fires to the plate. Not in time, he scores. And they're up by 3. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Oh, and this one gets away.
Going to have to buckle down and make a pitch or two to get out of this little jam he's worked himself into after the 2-out hit, then that wild pitch. Good time to step off, take a deep breath.
Stanton, the runner at third. Torres at second with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, and that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 4. Back here at Citi Field, Tomas Nido at the plate. Cortez back to work. Ripped on a line. And he makes the catch. And there's 1 down.
Number 33.
Here's Aaron Hicks. A switch hitter batting right. This has always been the better side for Aaron Hicks. The wind of the pitch. Now a screamer into the outfield. And there's 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Marte, the next to hit, takes outside. Activity in the bullpen. Clay Holmes, the closer of the staff, is throwing. Canely getting cranked up as well. And the 1-0. And that chance handled. Gets it to first. Out with room to spare, and that's the... We're at the top of the 8th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Kyle Higashioka. First pitch, not close. Foul ball. Swings and misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with, and There's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
The throw to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Connor Falefa in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Next pitch is inside. 2-0. At the belt and fires. Strike 2.
For a guy that's been swinging the bat well all game long, that was a pretty ugly swing right there. I'm sure he'll tighten it up on this next pitch.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Brandon Nimmo. Swings and misses. And that is strike 1. Cortez, 28 years old. And he was selected for the All-Star game last year. Swing and a high fly ball. Pretty well struck right field. That's back. And gone! His 9th homer of the year, and they cut into the lead. It's 4-2. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way.
Lined into right. Judge puts it away. 1 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Alonso stands in now, looks at that one inside.
No strike.
Out to short. Connor Falefa picks it up, slings it across, and that takes care of Alonso.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
That smash towards center. Florial makes the catch, and that'll do it. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. All set to start the 9th in this one. And stepping in for the Yankees, DJ LeMahieu. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. Just missed.
It's a good take.
Struck him out swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Stanton now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. 0-2 as he waves at that one.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 can give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
Next offering is downstairs.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
2 down, nobody on. On the ground to short. Lindor handles. Fires across the diamond. That's the 3rd out. Nothing doing here. This back now, and on the mound, the closer, Clay Holmes.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
Escobar leading things off. It takes a strike. In the air, left field. And that's out of play, a foul ball. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
outs, runner at first. And next for the Mets, Tommy Pham. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. He swings and fouls one off.
Everyone here understands just how quickly things could change.
And it's even up.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
The tying run at the plate. And a foul ball.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
That hits the dirt, and that's ball 2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're in
Cuts and misses, it's a strikeout.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Escobar leads off first with 1 away. Comebacker to the mound, and that one finds its way through. They fired in quickly. So it's first and second with only 1 away.
Well, that at bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Hicks goes after that one for strike 1 for the 4th time tonight. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Starling Marte up to hit. Line drive, base hit. Escobar is waved home. Florio fires to third, and he's safe at third. They pick up a run, and now it's a 1-run game.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Michael King.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
The 1-0. 2 outs. Both the tying and winning runs are on. Ground ball right side. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Yankees earn the sweep in this 2-game series.